Hello everybody, it's Shayna, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of repurposed DIY thrifted items that I, flip and repurpose, all the things. Anyway, so starting out here, I'm taking this metal mailbox thing. I think this was from like Big Lots, but I decided I wanted it to look rusty, so I took the Dixie Belle copper product there, the copper paint product there, and then I'm going to use the patina spray to make this look like really old and rusty. And as you'll see here in a little bit, I get it like very, 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 I don't know what it's called when it turns green, like oxidized look or something. But anyway, you'll see that here in a second. I ended up taking a combination of the bronze and the copper and then the green spray, as you can see there. And I lost my squirt bottle for this, so I actually just kind of dump it onto my paintbrush and dump it onto the paint. When you're doing this though, on this project, I dabbed the paint on, as you can see, and then this paintbrush at the end, I ended up having to throw it away. But anyway, I just dabbed it on because if you brush it on, it just doesn't give you very good coverage. And this being like a pretty similar color, though, that really helped, with the underneath color being pretty close to this. I didn't have to do like 10 coats, but if your underneath coat wasn't similar to the copper colors, then you probably would have to do a lot of coats. So anyway, you got to let that dry first, and then you take the spray and you dab that on. And here's a final look at how it turned out. The green patina, like I said, is just so great. I love it so much. And I might go back in later on that word mail, and I might touch that up with just the plain copper paint so you can kind of see it through the green part a little bit better. And then I just showed you guys some close-ups here. I just absolutely love how this rusted look turned out. I love the rusty, old, oxidized, like whatever that's called. I love it. Okay, and then moving on to some other projects. I have this rolling pin that I had in my stash for a little bit that I recently thrifted, and I wanted to paint the little handles. I actually wanted to paint them a green color that I had by DIYS. It was called Celtic Fog, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It's the color of that box right there beside me. I wanted these to be that green color, but like I said, I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked everywhere in my garage. Anyway, and I don't know how you lose a whole can of paint, but I did somehow. Anyway, I took this color instead. It was like sea glass, I believe, from Dixie Belle. You can see it right there on my screen. It's called sea glass, like I said, I'm pretty sure. And I just painted the handles, and then I used hemp oil to oil them to kind of seal them in, because I still kind of wanted this to be usable for food if someone absolutely wanted to use it to, use that rolling pin to roll out thing. Okay, and then here's a final look at how this turned out. It's super simple, but I feel like it just makes it so cute. And I feel like the hemp oil isn't that great of a sealer on the handle, so I might touch that up. And then on the wooden part, I might use like butcher block oil and seal that up too. Okay, and then moving on to this super unique flower frog. I recently thrifted this as well, and I tried to sell it on my Whatnot live the other day, and I decided that if I didn't sell it, I was going to paint it. So that's what I'm doing here, painting it this same color, sea glass. And if you guys haven't checked out Whatnot yet, definitely do that. I'll leave a link for my referral code in the description. You can get $15 toward any of your purchases. You can use it toward my sales, or you can use it towards any sales on the app. And then I also get $5, so it helps everybody out. And so far, it's been really a lot of fun. But anyway, then I'm just taking some black wax, and I'm kind of just dressing this up a little bit. And then I also take the hemp oil, and I seal this with that as well. And then I'm sealing this up with hemp oil as well. And kind of while I was talking there, I used brown wax to distress that a little bit, because I just felt like with the black in the middle on this one that it needed some darkness to it. Talking is so hard sometimes. So anyway, here's a look at how this one turned out. It's super cute too. I think it also would have been cute if I had just left it natural wood and like sanded it off even more and made it like even more of a raw wood. I think that would have been cute too, but sometimes you think about it afterwards. Okay, and then moving on to this little box. This is probably my favorite project in the whole video. I took this, it was like a dark green color. I'll put the before in here. And as I mentioned before, I tried to paint it with the color Celtic Fog, but then like I said, I lost my paint. I don't know where it went. So I decided that this color was a close second as far as like the color I was wanting to go for with this. And then after I got this painted, I actually had a transfer in my craft room there, and I decided that I would put that on there, and this ends up being so cute. So this ended up taking like 2, maybe 3 coats to get the full coverage of this sea glass color on there. Okay, and then I had this pink floral transfer like I was saying, and I just had it all laid out there, and I was just deciding which piece would fit best on the box. And you'll see here in a second which piece I picked, and like I said, I just love this so much. It turns out really cute. Okay, and then here's some super sped up footage of me putting the transfer on. And I'm sure you guys have seen me do this before. If you've seen any of my other videos, just press it on there. This, you kind of have to go slow. Like I said, it looks really fast because I sped this up, but you go really slow and then it'll be on there. And then you just seal it up with like either Dixie Belle sealer or like a polyacrylic sealer, and it's good to go. And then right here, part of the design kind of went around that little handle. So I just kind of cut pieces and laid it down and then kind of cut, you know, just had to work around it a little bit. And then you just rub that whole thing on to make sure all the edges are on, and then it's like really adhered really well and all of that. And then I just put this other little floral piece on the top, and that was it on this. And then I'm going to seal it. I haven't sealed it yet, but I'm going to seal it with polyacrylic. How this one turned out, I feel like these pictures don't do this justice. It is so cute in real life, like in person. It's absolutely adorable. I'm actually obsessed with this, and I'm tempted to keep it, but I probably will end up putting it on the website or taking it to my booth. So if you are interested in it, it'll probably be linked here soon, and you can check out my website for that. I'll have it linked in the description box as well. And then moving on to this cute little mantle clock thing, I decided, since I had this color out, I felt like it just needed to be this color. So absolutely like the most simplest thing. So I just literally painted it 3 or 4 coats, and then after that I sanded it down, and then I also sealed this with the hemp oil. So yeah, basically that's all it is. It's just a straightforward process, but I'm gonna speed this as much as I can and cut as much as I can out, and you guys don't have to watch all this. It's pretty straightforward, like I said. And after I got all the coats of paint on it, I just took my little sanding block there and kind of sanded up the edges. And I also took a little bit of brown wax and very, very lightly distressed this one. And then after that, like I mentioned, I took the hemp oil and sealed it up with the hemp oil after I got it all distressed and everything. And the hemp oil, if you've never used it, it gives like a really matte finish, and I really like that about it. And it says on it, it takes 1 to 2 days for it to like set and harden and cure. So after you do your project, you know, just leave it set for a few days. Okay, and then here's a final look at how this clock turned out, and I kind of just stuck it up on my mantle just to see, and it goes perfectly with my Easter decor right now. It like goes with the colors and everything, so I will probably be selling this, but for now it looks really cute in my living room. Okay, and then this last project here, I did not finish yet, but I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek, and you guys can just watch the rest of this footage, and I'll just go ahead and tell you thank you all for watching the video, and definitely check out the links in my description box for whatnot, and the link for my website if you're interested in anything you saw in today's video that I made anyway, and it'll all be available there. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching.